I first began to learn the harp at the age of 4. I decided that it was the thing that I wanted to do with my career. I then started having lessons with Catcher and Finch, and throughout my career I've been mentored by Adrien Griffiths. I've also participated in masterclasses with many harpists of international renown. As with any profession, it can take an awful lot of work to master whatever it is that you choose to do. The harp's no exception. It takes a lot of studying, a lot of practice and a lot of intensive tuition. You require input not only from yourself but from your teachers as well to help you. The harp is quite a tricky instrument to master. It's got a lot of different things that go on at any one time. You're not just using your hands for the strings but your feet for the pedals, as well as thinking about all the different things that are going on in the music. Competitions can be really great. It's a great opportunity to meet people of your same age who could well be your contemporaries and your colleagues when you go into your profession. They're also very good for improving your playing and your performing and your general musicianship, because it's a great way to learn being adjudicated and hearing the other competitors as well. However, they can be very difficult and very stressful, particularly the high-level competitions, which are very intensive and can take place over a week or longer and consist of maybe 3, 4, even 5 rounds. I was also the first British person to win the junior division of the Lily Laskin under-16 competition in Paris, which was a very big deal. My first prize was a Salvi concert harp. Over the years I've had the opportunity to work with lots of great musicians, particularly in Wales. I've done a lot of work with many male voice choirs, some fantastic ones such as the Morrison Phoenix Choir, the Dunvant Male Voice Choir and Cor Cymru. I've also performed as a concert soloist with a number of orchestras, including the Welsh Symphonia, the L'Orchestre de la Garde Républicaine in Paris, Les Élysées, another French group, and many others. I've also performed extensively with Concert Orchestra de Cymru and Orchestra West, both of whom I've been given the official position of principal harpist. My classical concerts have taken me to many venues across the UK and the world. I've done 3 separate tours to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, also to Vancouver and Martinique and Guadeloupe in the Caribbean. I've also worked extensively in Europe, giving many recitals in Spain, in France, the Netherlands, Italy, Croatia and Hungary. A number of performances that I've given have also been broadcast live, including the Eisteddfod's Nos an Lawen and also Caroline van Gothelen. My classical portfolio is very varied, and as well as the orchestral and the work with choirs, as I mentioned earlier, I also work with many companies and charities at their events. These include the British Heart Foundation, George Thomas Hospice, the Order of the Priory of St John, the Drapers Company in London, and lots of medical conferences as well. Recently I've begun teaching, and I've been doing this in many different settings, both private one-to-one lessons as well as workshops. Lots of this has taken different forms. I teach both classical and jazz, and I teach on both the harp and the piano. My teaching covers a variety of different things. I have everything from piano players first starting out their studies at the age of 5, all the way up to teaching people at very high levels of grades or even at conservatoire level.